This is going to be a part two to my Why America Needs to Invest in Men series. And in this video, I'm going to talk about why an investment in females has not paid off. Now, over the last 40 years, America, under the Johnson administration's war on poverty, established a welfare state. And under this welfare state, we were told that this investment in women would lead to families where people would eventually get off the welfare rolls. And over the last 40 years, we have seen that this $40 trillion that we've spent has not led to people moving up out of poverty into the middle class, but all it has done is create generation after generation of single mothers and working single mothers. So we look at the investment and it has not paid off. In fact, America is now running at a loss when you look at the overall economy. And if you look at the economic model, it's pretty much setting up for more losses because every investment that is spent on females is just not going to pay off. Why? Because females primarily are focused on the home and they're focused on consumption. And females create a consumer based economy. And a consumer based economy cannot profit a country. Why can't a consumer based economy profit a country? Because when you have a consumer based economy, money is going outside of the economy to imports and foreigners not staying in the country to be invested in things like infrastructure and building new businesses and new marketplaces. So the American economy is right now, a lot of people think is that it's doing okay. It's starting to peter out because when you have consumer bases, again, you have a large base of consumers buying things, but then you have very few people producing things. And when you don't have production, you cannot have goods to export, which bring profits into your country from other countries. This is why a female-based economy, is not going to work. And with the population being 51%, I see America's economy pretty much declining. This is why I say the investment in females is a failure, and we need to focus on investing in men because when it comes down to females, again, they are focused on consumption. And you see how big the losses are regarding their consumption when you take a look at the revenue streams most females have. Now, your average American female doesn't just have her paycheck. No, she lives on three sources of income. Those three sources of income not only include her paycheck that she gets from her job, but it also includes child support from other men if she has children with a man, if she's not married to that man and she's divorced that man, alimony from that man if she's divorced that man. Um, Also, she gets money from her parents, and if they're living, and she gets money from a series of simps that she is dating, and gifts from that series of simps that she's dating. So this female has three revenue streams flowing in every month or over a course of years, and she still winds up poor at the end of the day. So every investment in a female pretty much ends at a loss. So when someone is given three sources of income and they're still poor at the end of the day, then it's clear this is the person you don't want to invest in. Many of these females who have jobs in the American economy make high five and six-figure salaries, yet at the end of the day, many of them are still running up high credit card debt and high student loan debt and high other assorted debts. And we're looking at them and the investment in them with three sources of income and them still being poor. This pretty much proves to everyone that the investment in women has been a complete failure from the onset. And I'm looking at this model, and this is why I'm saying we need to invest in men, because men are, as I see it, primarily better builders, better businessmen, and they have better plans for long-term investment. So every investment in a man is pretty much going to pay off with a higher return because most men are focused on a longer term picture and they're focused on keeping money inside of the economy with production rather than spending it outside of the economy on consumption. And when you have a base of money staying inside of the economy, you have dollars flowing in and you have fewer dollars flowing out. And instead, you have products flowing out, which brings money into the economy, because when you're investing in men, they are creating new products and trying to find new marketplaces for their products. Meanwhile, your females, primarily at the job, are focused on things like getting social currency and getting attention from others. That's why a consumer-based economy is fundamentally flawed from day one. When you have a large female base of consumers, your economy can't grow past a certain point, because without those men there to be their primary base of income, you pretty much start running out of money to maintain that consumer-based economy. And that's what's happening right now. That base of men is slowly eroding because we have a larger majority of women. The population is 51% women, and the base is not there to maintain, to take care of these women. So we have invested in women, and that's not profiting America. That's why we need to start investing in boys and turning them into strong men, because men create economies that function. Men are producers. Men are creators. Men are leaders. Men inspire others to do better. Whereas when you have a female on a job as a boss, all she's going to do is bully and threaten people and intimidate people. She's not going to focus on motivating people and inspiring people to do better. And we really need more men and investment in men, because without that investment in men, you're not going to have a functioning economy that can make America strong again. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.